All right. Are you ready to play 10 with Ty, Steve?
I'm not ready to play. All right, pass me the dice.
I've got a buzzer here, Wade, that starts off each one. Ready? All right. Steve, question number one. What has been your best investment?
Without thinking too much about it, those New Zealand properties that Dave and I bought, we went in and bought nearly a whole town in an afternoon and sold it 18 months later and made 7 figures. That was a fun time and high fives all round. So that worked out well. But then again, there's been properties in the United States that I bought for cents in the dollar and turned around and made really good money on it. Can I tell you a story?
Yeah,
I like telling this story.
So
there's
tell
this
me
one.
a story.
It was a 5-plex, so 5 units, and I bought it for $40,000, $8,000 a door in Florida, Fort Myers, Florida.
Yep.
And I went to inspect this property prior to buying it, and the numbers stacked up as you'd expect. Positive cash flow through its eyeballs. But when I went to inspect it, I knocked on the door and the tenant opened the door and, there was this horrible smell. And I was trying to identify where the smell was coming from. And as I look around, the walls and the floor and the ceiling are all moving. And I thought I was getting a migraine because my vision was going funny and I was trying to figure it out. And then I'll fast track the story. I noticed that there were cats everywhere and that the kitty litter in the lounge room was overflowing and there was cat poo all over the place. And that's where the smell was coming from. And as I was trying to figure out why everything was moving, I felt something crawling up my leg, and the place was infested with hundreds of thousands of tiny little German cockroaches.
Oh, lovely.
And then it ended up crawling all over me. So that was a property I made a lot of money out of, but in order to get rid of the cockroaches, we had to get the tenants out and put a giant tent over the whole complex and literally bomb it with cockroach gas to kill everything that was in it. So there have been some interesting stories along the way, tenants driving into properties. Obama was a tenant of mine for a little while. I've had famous people. I've had meth labs, Breaking Bad style. I've had drug busts. I've had drunk people drive through the car park of a retail plaza we owned in the fund, stack into a police car, get booked for driving under the influence and sue us because they had an accident in our car park.
Oh, in America, huh?
And they got a payout. The insurance said, well, we'll just pay them out rather than fight it because it's not worth fighting it. So you name it, I've seen it.